NBC Right Now. Your local news at 5.
Results released today after a months-long study of possible chemical vapor exposure at Hanford's tank farms.
And it's sentencing day for the 3 people convicted in the murder of a Yakima real estate broker. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Tracy Dial.
I'm Shane Edinger. The reports seemed to come in daily this past spring. Workers saying that they were exposed to chemical vapors at Hanford's tank farms.
It prompted an extensive third-party study conducted by Savannah River National Laboratory, another agency that works under the Department of Energy. After that multi-million-dollar study, today we get results.
Don Granese dug through that report today. Don, what did you find out?
Shane and Tracy, based on this report that we have the questions, but the Washington River Protection Solutions refused to answer any of them today. Instead, they offered us a pre-recorded audio statement from their president, who they said is the only person who would be able to speak with us on this topic, but is traveling today. What we're left with is a report that outlines the protocols followed at Hanford that did not fully protect workers and did, in fact, harm their health.
By every indication that we have, our workers are not exposed to any vapors.
That's what I was told in July on a media tour of the tank farms.
When we say exposure, we're talking exceedance of a national or a occupational exposure limit.
So you're not ruling exposure out?
We have no data from an exposure perspective.
We now have that data. The new 153-page study shows there were, in fact, unhealthy exposures. In a statement released today by the DOE, they explain, with over 50 total recommendations included in the study, they will continue, quote, to reduce vapor exposures in the tank farms, end quote. This would entail upgrades to safety equipment and further local research on how to prevent brief chemical leaks.
To take the study and its conclusions very seriously. We don't plan to walk away from this vapor concern, but plan to address it.
WRPS previously explained their instruments used to measure exposure levels on the tank farms never showed levels above their safety limit that would affect workers' health. But Dr. Bill Wilmarth, who led the new study, was quoted as saying there is a link between the exposures and the health issues workers suffered.
In all aspects is the protection of our workers, the safety and their well-being. I see this as a next critical step in that evolution of this chemical vapor safety management program.
In another attempt to get answers today, we reached out to Savannah River National Laboratory to ask them questions about their report. We were told Dr. Wilmarth was the only person who could speak on this, and he was also traveling and unavailable. The spokesperson I did reach told me one reason they're not speaking today is so that their study can speak for itself. Live in the studio, Don Granese, NBC Right Now.